How to naturally reverse hair loss. Today we'll explore how to naturally reverse hair loss and discuss the single most effective meal for stimulating hair growth. The most frequent cause of hair loss is androgenic in nature. I'll explain exactly what that means. It refers to pattern baldness. In men, it usually results in thinning or total loss of hair at the crown. In women, it presents more as general thinning across the scalp. But how can someone grow hair on the chin and yet lose it on the scalp? Here's a perfect example. If we look at this man here, you'll notice he still has plenty of hair on the sides and back, but almost none on top. Today we're going to answer why that happens. Understanding hair growth. Let's build a foundation first. Each strand of hair grows from within the scalp, and surrounding it is a structure called a follicle. The follicle is not the hair itself, but a small environment that acts like a miniature factory, fueling the growth of each strand. This tiny structure requires large amounts of oxygen and energy, powered by mitochondria. As we age, hormone levels decline. Testosterone, in both men and women, decreases over time. Causes of hair loss. However, there's another hormone, a stronger derivative of testosterone, that tends to rise with age, DHT. Many of the medications designed to promote hair growth work by lowering or blocking this hormone. They're known as DHT inhibitors. Inside the body, testosterone is converted into DHT, so as we get older, testosterone falls but DHT slightly rises. While some DHT is necessary for things like libido, too much of it disrupts the growth cycle of hair. This excess DHT leads to oxygen depletion in the scalp, more inflammation, and eventually scar tissue formation around the follicle. Once scar tissue builds up, hair growth stops completely, and the scalp often develops a shiny appearance due to that scarring. But why does DHT rise so much? Is it only a matter of age? Not necessarily. Genetics play a part. Some people have more active enzymes that produce DHT, or more sensitive receptors that respond to it. This explains why two people the same age can have very different patterns of hair loss. Even with a genetic predisposition, there are ways to reduce DHT levels naturally. The challenge with using medication is that while it can restore hair, it often comes with side effects, loss of libido and erectile dysfunction, because it shuts down the hormone throughout the entire body. The main trigger for excess DHT, aside from genetics and aging, is insulin resistance. This is not surprising, as insulin resistance is linked to many chronic health problems. When insulin resistance develops, the body activates more of the enzyme that converts testosterone into DHT, increasing its levels. On top of that, insulin resistance affects liver function, making it harder to regulate testosterone properly. This results in more free testosterone available for conversion into DHT, worsening the problem. How to reverse hair loss. So how do we address this? Is lowering insulin resistance enough? Or can we rely solely on natural DHT inhibitors to mimic medication without side effects? Probably not. The most crucial thing is repairing the follicle's environment, the entire ecosystem that supports hair growth. Hair transplants work because they move the follicle, not just the hair, from one area to another. The follicle acts like soil, and if the soil isn't healthy, the hair cannot grow. Excessive DHT sets off a chain reaction. Oxygen levels drop, creating hypoxia, which triggers inflammation. This inflamed environment then produces scar tissue, which eventually stops hair production and leaves the scalp bald and shiny. One of the most underrated but effective treatments is mechanical stimulation of the scalp. This wakes up dormant stem cells and helps break down scar tissue. Scalp massages can help, but the most effective technique is microneedling. Microneedling works by gently puncturing the scalp with fine needles, much like aerating soil so water and oxygen can penetrate. This encourages blood flow, allows oxygen to reach the follicles, and reactivates the repair process at the cellular level. Deep within the follicle are mitochondria that may no longer function properly. These must be reactivated, partly through microneedling and partly through red or near-infrared light therapy. Light therapy using wavelengths between 630 and 850 nanometers helps restore mitochondrial function and boost cellular energy production, exactly what hair follicles need to restart growth. Interestingly, this same therapy is being tested to improve eyesight because of its ability to revitalize mitochondria. Most medications for hair loss work by blocking DHT, except for minoxidil, commonly known as Rogaine. which works by improving blood flow and oxygen delivery to the scalp. A natural option that works similarly is rosemary oil. Its phytonutrients improve circulation, lower DHT, fight inflammation, and protect mitochondria, making it a powerful tool for hair restoration. To make results last, it's not enough to just use microneedling, light therapy, or rosemary oil. You must also address the root cause, insulin resistance, and give your body the nutrients it needs. Zinc and vitamin D are especially critical. Taking around 10,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily and 30 to 40 milligrams of zinc supports stem cell activation and growth factors for hair. Additional natural DHT blockers include saw palmetto, pumpkin seed oil, EGCG from green tea, peppermint oil, and zinc. Foods that promote hair growth. One of the best meals you can eat for healthy hair includes liver as the main ingredient. Liver is rich in heme iron, zinc, copper, selenium, and other trace minerals crucial for hair health. Pairing liver with onions is ideal, as onions are loaded with quercetin, a potent anti-inflammatory compound. Adding sauerkraut is also highly beneficial, since it not only supports gut health but is packed with vitamin C, around 700 milligrams per half cup, and over 600 phytonutrients that support hair and help lower DHT. Finally, pumpkin seeds provide magnesium, trace minerals, and act as natural DHT blockers. At the core of this entire issue remains insulin resistance, which is likely what started the process in the first place. Correcting this is the single most important step you can take.